Okay, this is my next review for two iPod Touch cases I've recently acquired. It's going to be a two-part review. First one is the most recent case I bought. It's the Body Glove iPod Touch Generation 2 case. It's actually the smallest case I've ever been able to find. It's black. It's not clear as every single other one I've ever found has been clear. Of course, you know, so you've got the volume rocker here, sleep wake button here, of course port access there, and to the untrained eye, held like this, maybe it would actually look like an iPhone 3G. Of course, maybe even with this part showing, it could be an iPhone 3G look-alike. Of course, as all iPod Touch cases are, except for the rubber ones, it's in two parts. The only thing I don't like about this case is when it's actually on the iPod Touch, this part right here is kind of raised, so it, instead of just being flat back, it's flat, then it comes up a little bit, then it goes back flat again. Here, I'll show you. And there it is on the iPod Touch. Sometimes right here, this side of the volume rocker hole, whatever, it's kind of hard to turn it up and then like this, because your thumb, of course, catches this side part as opposed to this part. But it's not really that much of a problem. Of course, this is easy to make contact with. As you can see, it's easy to put in your dock cable. I've yet to test this with an actual dock, this case, so I'm not sure if it'll work with any of the dock. I actually have my dock right here, so I'll try it out live. Nope, no fit. So there you go. The only problem I had is if I use headphones with it, they go in here fine. But if I use like an audio output cable with the yellow or the red and white wire, and if it has the little plug-in part, it's like real thick around that part, it's hard to get in. Even with any case I've ever used, it's been hard to get in. So that's the first part of this Body Glove iPod Touch Generation 2 black hard case. And now for the Griffin Wave iPod Touch Generation 2 case. The only thing I don't like about this, it's opaque. This part right here is actually clear, because when I first got it, it had this rubberized stuff on it too, but when I would put it in my pocket, it would start peeling off or something to that effect. So I just went ahead, took some fingernail polish remover and just took all the rubberized part off. It took me maybe 5 minutes to completely remove all the rubberizedness of it. Okay, so getting into it, of course, volume rocker, sleep awake button, ports, two pieces. It's okay. I mean, it's like this without the iPod in it. The interlocking part of it is really good. This right here, the Griffin logo, it's rubber, and it's got like a little, I guess, a bevel in it, if you can tell, or whatever the word is for that. It actually holds the iPod in tight. I don't really like this case because I'm not sure which part it is, but when I use this case, I'm not sure if it's any of this part here or any of this part here, but when I would close it onto the iPod like so, or have the iPod already in this part and then close this part into it, it would cause, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a scratch right here that it would cause. Let's see if I can get it out of the light. Yeah, you can kind of tell it right there, see? So yeah, the Griffin case definitely caused that. So here's what it looks like on. and for some reason this case would always collect grit underneath here no matter what. So that's what it looks like on. Unless your iPod is absolutely new, I would not recommend any kind of clear case. If you're like me and you've had your iPod for quite a few months since the iPod 2 came out, then, and if you've shuffled through many cases like I have, you would want to get a black case like the body glove I just showed you. But if you got your iPod Touch on the first day of release, or whenever you get your iPod, get a case, no matter if it's clear or not clear like this case is, then get a case immediately, because if you get a case on it, the right kind of case, it will completely protect from scratches. And if you have your iPod Touch for 2 years, which I hope not, because they come out a new one every 6 months, as you know, so there'll be no need for a new case in 2 years, whatever. So yeah, highly recommend the day you get an iPod Touch, get a case. Read the review or watch the reviews on YouTube, on the internet, for any kind of case that would cause scratches. If they say this case heavily causes scratches, don't get it. Your best bet. If you want to keep your iPod looking like new well down the road, then you want to get one that does not scratch at the back. It doesn't matter if you just set it on the table, anything. If the only way, without having a case or one of those bodyguards or invisible shield skins to protect this back from getting scratched, is to lay it on some kind of a cloth, like the microfiber cloth that comes with the iPod, or anything like that. But if you don't, you're screwed, because actually the microfiber cloth causes scratches too, because if there's dirt on this part or on the rag already, or the cloth already, rubbing it on here causes scratches. So, which I have no idea why Apple would choose to make the back of this chrome or steel or whatever it is, just for it to scratch up and look dirty and nasty and all retarded, like what has happened to my first generation iPod Touch. Nope, that's not fingerprints, that's all scratches. But still. So that was the review. In my opinion, I highly recommend the body glove case. It's slim, and if you have one of those fake call apps, it actually helps disguise the iPod as an iPhone 3G, aside from the side port. So I mean, I'm pretty sure ain't nobody gonna be looking that close. And if you watch TV, mainly any shows that come on, I believe it's CBS, like How I Met Your Mother, I think I've seen it on The Big Bang Theory, The Ghost Whisperer. For some reason, they all tend to use the iPod Touch as an iPhone. They'll cover the little Wi-Fi window or whatever it's called with another piece of chrome or whatever, and they'll be talking on it like us iPod Touch users don't know that that's an iPod Touch, or even iPhone users. So that's the end of the review, and of course that's my iPod wallpaper. Lovely. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That's twitter.com/DJMexy. I'm on MySpace as myspace.com/MexDancerDude. And live long and prosperous. Peace out.